Hello YouTube fans, here again. I'm not doing it for a bit, so why not? A Patterson, that's right, a Patterson. I remember doing it on Robotop, the classic 987 one, and sadly the ship make. I remember doing it on Joker Retail, the dud one, and Joker Rim Job, the shit one. So figure without ado, do this one, as it's near Halloween time, what the fuck. That being the classic original 984, A Nightmare on Elm Street versus the shipmake 2010 one with Bare Ass the remake or shipmake. So without ado, we get to the original, the classic by Wes Craven, 1984, date away, date opening. If people wonder what's happened to me, Freddy Duff, I sold it. In my shop, I sold it. It was directing dust, so I sold it. So that's why I haven't got the Freddy Duff. But if you remember the opening of A Nightmare on Elm Street, you get to see him making the Duff straight away. That music, eyes on it, doing a shit job. You got that beautiful opening with that girl. Don't get excited, lads. But you've seen Nightmare on Elm Street. You get a dude barely naked, wearing a nighter, and then you got that date opening, that music's cheap. You got a jump scare. What works? Not when you make a drinking game out of one what works. You got that cheap, but I think it's probably like the imitation of Mary Had a Little Lamb. Now, if you remember the imitation Mary Had a Little Lamb, you get a lamb with an audible sound effects. You got Freddy jumping out straight away. What do you get in the shit make? You got music, what is generic. You've heard it all before. It drags. It feels like a fucking epic. You get the first kill, right? I think it's in supposed to be like the burger place. If you remember the burger place, what was in, I think it was in Elm Street 4, and they used a bit of it in Elm Street 5. I'm assuming it's like that. And you get a lad that's made up like he killed himself by slitting his throat. You got the one dive on shitty CGI. Everything's CGI because you can't do anything practical these days. And you got the guy gonna pay Freddy to save his life. Now, I do know originally he was going to play the role of Nancy's boyfriend, right? Who we all know, Johnny Depp got the role. Very long Johnny Depp got the role. Rightly so, because this guy can't pay Freddy to say shit. He proves that way that Robert England is the man for the job. This guy can't act his way out of a bag. What are you streaming for? I haven't cut you yet. Honest to God, it's so overhyped. There's using lines from every Elm Street film. And again, let's go to the first one. Robert England. I was going to say Wes Craven, but I'll say his name first. Robert England. No one can play that role as good as Robert England. He made that role his fucking own, and its souls. He literally made that role his own. This guy can't fucking act. He just copies every fucking line from every Freddy film. Then you've got Wes Craven, a dud director. This hack copied Nightmare on Elm Street, and he copied every fucking line from every Freddy. And all it was for this. Now, I've heard rumours that the director had a tough time, didn't want to direct, and didn't want to do a film ever again. Thank fuck. Because if he didn't want to do it, why waste money doing it? And I remember once betting, I got £1 on me, but I remember once betting this. Let's see if I've got £1 actually. Nope. Times are tough. Get over it. I remember betting this, right? I didn't have it, but let's say it's £1. I remember betting that this was going to bomb before it got made. And I fucking won it. So where's my fucking DOS Hollywood? Where's my Joe Hollywood? Because that's the trouble, you see. Now, that's the thing with remakes. They're always trying to tass in from the original. But the mistake, like RoboCop, the remake, they made it a pussy out 12. Joker Rim Job, pussy out 12. Now, granted, this is stuck to its 18 roots. But the only downer is the death scenes, CGI. Freddy's face, CGI, looks like an alien. When he's stapling across the fucking walls and the bars, trap. Absolutely fucking garbage. The original one is stapling, you got that horrible sound effect. Really nerving. And the first kill in the original one, Chino, everything in it is horror. Everything in that is proper horror. Jumps out, Gina, what's this? Cuts his fingers off. You've got green slime coming out, the arms stretching. This is God. And the death scene in the fucking remake, the fucking dirt, that the name isn't called Tina, but she's bouncing about, looks like a fucking pinball game. Everything's CGI, his eyes out, chest cut open, no effect, shitty CGI. Not sucking because it's been done before, but done a lot fucking better. The scene where Freddy's face comes for the wall with Nancy, love that scene. Remake, shitty CGI. The bath scene when Nancy's having a bath and Freddy's hand comes out down where you think it's going to go. I believe that was practical. They used a bathtub in the original one that was cut open, sort of like a swimming pool, and the actress had to hold herself up as Nancy. That being Lavitam, if I'm never right. Brilliant effect. Remake, no effect. Because again, done before, but the original, done better. Done fucking better. Done better. So, you know, I mean, you've got a good director, you've got a good cast of actors, all right, not Oscar-worthy, but the actors in the fucking remake, fuck it. I love doing it, so I'm going to do it. Pack of fucking wood. That's an insult on the fucking wood, the one playing Nancy in the remake. I'll do it again, but no, well, it's a fucking insult even on fucking wood. It's an insult on wood. And they've got this thing called the sap naps, right? And it's also help you sleep a bit. But there's something else with Nightmare on Elm Street, the 2010 one. This is something else. The no imagination. There's a bit where it's got books in it. Wow. I remember Wambo for Life and laughing at his review on this, or rant. No, but you expect this, like the line from Ghostbusters, no librarian should have books like this. Seriously, you expect them to say that line. Books, death scenes, CGI. Now, if people want to insult the original at the ending of A Nightmare on Elm Street, the original one where Nancy's mum got dagged for the door and so it looks like a fucking sex rubber Joe, this is really what's the fucking shit, mate. Where the Freddy's hand jumps out, stabs her in the eyeballs, CGI, can't do anything practical these days, and drags her for the fucking mirror. Looks so fucking fake, so fucking phony, unbelievable. Now if that was a proper practical effects with blood squirting out and everything, that would have had more of an impact. That would have been more shocking. But no, I just said it, so I have to repeat it. Can't do anything practical these days. City CGI. That to me looks more fucking fake than the original ending where Nancy's mum gets dragged for the fucking door. Now I do know there was like different alternate endings in the original and so on, but seriously? Now that's something else with the fucking remake. There's too much fast bats of how he became Freddy. Now I do know originally in the original Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy was going to be a paedophile. I'm not making this up, he was going to be a paedophile. But they investigated him to be a child murderer. And I love the fact in the original one, you never really knew his name being Freddy that much, even though he says it in little bits here and there, right? And there's too much backdown story. Too much fucking backdown story. I haven't got the DVD with me, but if I did have it, I remember showing it on a rant on this. You know what did it better? A TV show in 1988 called Freddy's Nightmares. Did it. Plain and simple. It's one where Robert England used to present it as Freddy Krueger, but like Tales from the Crypt, right? That did it a lot fucking better than this. The thing what made the original was, and this why, even though I liked the third one, I was never asked about Freddy's fucking mum, the fucking nun, got raped by 1,000 fucking maniacs. 52 died. I never did a shit about his stepdad in the last one, played by Poison Ivy. He used to rip him. Didn't give a fuck. To me, the less you knew about Freddy, the more interesting that character was, the more scary he was. Could be near your area, could be near your street, could be any area. As Robert England said in the last Elm Street film, every area as in Elm Street, could be any area, kiddie murder. The less you knew about him made that character, to me, cheaper. And there's too much backdown story, and it's starting to make out he's fucking innocent. Give me a fucking break. Even if I tried to compare this as its own film, you know he's fucking guilty. And the idea they put him to a fucking gardener and he loves kids, and you get it, he's a fucking pedo. Original one, done better. Didn't need all that. I do know in the original Nightmare on Elm Street there's a lot of deleted scenes. And happy to say they all did because there was too much backdown story of how he was fed and it's like, not needed. I do admit originally there's a scene where Nancy's mum mentions to Nancy that she had a brother. You got the idea if Eddie killed her brother. And I just wish that was left in the original Nightmare on Elm Street. So I had to say, deleted out, right? But the rest, I'd take it or leave it in deleted scenes. They're interesting, they're there. And I do know the actor originally going to be Freddy, like I said, was going to be Nancy's boyfriend, the one that plays Freddy in the 2010 one. In 84, he was going to play the character Jen, who would later be played by Johnny Depp. I can see why, because this guy can't act fucking Freddy to save his life, copies every fucking line, shitty CGI that puts you off, looks like a fucking alien. Jump stairs, you can see a mile away. You can make a fucking drinking game out of. Fuck it, no contest. The remake, zero, wasn't needed, wasn't wanted. In fact, the fucking director insulted for his dog because he thought he was going to make a fan size out of this. He literally thought he was going to make a fan size out of this. Thank fuck, he never went to be. How'd he won it? Where is it? Where's my money, Hollywood? Where's my fucking money? The film bombed, rightly so. The original is still a classic. So the fucking remake, that's what it gets from me. The original one, fucking 8-star ratings. In fact, no, that's stingy. 10-star fucking ratings. Because it's kissed the shit out of the fucking remake. Wasn't wanted, wasn't needed. And the fact the director got every Freddy fan to go and fuck himself and get a life. I said it on my last review, and I'm still a man of my word. You, Mr. Director, need to get a fucking life. Thank God you don't direct films ever again. This film wasn't wanted, wasn't needed, and the original, in my fucking eyes, is still a classic. Until then, be smart, be safe, be soon. Have a happy Halloween.